All right, so I'm running this video a little bit backwards. When I got here, I went ahead and hiked up to try and check out the water first. So we're starting up in, I guess what would be the northeastern corner of the property to look at the water system. So as you can see, here's creek. We're gonna test waterproofness of boots here. And I think you can see pretty well how this water pickup is designed. So I think it's important to note that this very well may be spring-fed creek, but really it's that pickup there is in active groundwater, and I've seen probably 100 versions of this kind of pickup system, and that seems as official as any. But that, so just worth noting, usually they require, especially this time of year when you got a lot of leaves and debris, just some kind of clearing and keeping clean. So it's flowing into that box and coming through the pipe and down. I'm gonna walk just along the creek again. Bear with me. If I happen to fall and there's a lot of squealing, feel free to definitely just laugh because it'll be hilarious. So this comes along to this big storage tank here. Which has, oops, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Okay, so the water's coming into the tank here, keeping it full. This is just overflow valve, pushing it right back into that kind of creek path. And then fiberglass with just the tarp cover. And on this side of it, so now you can see that it's just like a hose connect into the pipe, and the pipe then runs underground. And as I was hiking up here, I was following more what looked like a path than any evidence of pipe. So there's one little stretch here that sits kind of above the forest, but for the most part it's been around long enough that it's not very visible. So we're gonna walk down now. I'm gonna be quiet because what I want to give you a chance to do is just get a feel for the road traffic. So we're coming down now towards the house, and you can see that's the bridge that goes across there. So the property is here on this side of the road where the house is, and then the bank along the river there under the bridge. they've got kind of a little burn barrel area up here, some kind of planter. So I'd say that's pretty average what to expect in terms of speed of traffic going by. And so this is east here into the mountains. Further down here is where you would get to that hydrangea ranch I sent you the link for. There's actually somebody fishing down here. I'll try not to be too noisy and ruin the bite. So this is the yard on this side. This big laurel, I'm sure, is begging to grow a lot taller if you'll let it, but it's nice to have the sunlight in the yard. I may go ahead and finish this outside tour of the property and then switch over and do a second video of the interior just for consumability. I think I'm over 5 minutes already. There's a little walkway here just to go grab the mail and have an easier access to the crossing. But this is my car here in the driveway. So paved, not in fantastic repair, but certainly decent. Nothing to be too worried about. A little bit of gravel. I'm not sure what the scoop is with that RV. I'd guess that somebody just needs to call the county and have them come tow it. So there's the bridge over here. That no trespassing sign that I think you can see in the video is evidence of this property. So this is part of the property. I can cross over too. So this just goes on to farmer field. There's somebody fishing over there on that side. And then here's the bank, this bank here. And you can see it's, this section of the river access. There's a pretty good little access path down. And then this is really flat rock along the river. And of course, great beach on that side. But the way that the river curves, there's just not a lot of land that belongs to this property on the south side of the road. So this is where we started, up here, looking at the water, and just walk down along. I want to go check out those outbuildings on the same video, and then we'll cut to video number 2 for the inside. So this is kind of, it's power pole. It's old like utility poles that make up the structure that holds the roof. And then from the inside, you can kind of get a feel for, it looks like there's some moisture coming through along the back. It's open to the air. Here's a little spot over here for tools. This is the same siding as the house, which is just vinyl. And you can kind of see, it looks like the sheeting out here on this edge is in pretty rough shape too. But given the utility pole structure, I suspect there's a lot to work with here. But it's a long way from being able to be really closed up. So there's also just these little kind of lean-to additions built on. It looks like all just kind of exterior rough storage, coolers and stuff. I'll show you. It looks like at some point